had an aha this weekend, and I have to admit that I'm a bit embarrassed, trying not to be ashamed necessarily, that it took me this long to get to this aha. But I'm going to own it and I'm going to share it because I think it's important. So let me back up and talk about the spiral. So when I created the spiral, I created it really for me to work with my clients and talk about shared accountability and the dynamic I was seeing in teams. And it's become much bigger than that. It's also become a big resource for me, and I turn to it a lot to help me understand. It's been really valuable to me that way, and hopefully to others too. I don't know. But part of my fog this past week has been I'm just trying to figure out how do I help, right? How do I lead through this? What do I do? And how do I get others on board to do it? And last week on my video, I said, in the write up, I said I'm going to have a take two, and I did, but it wasn't my take two. I shared Emmanuel Ache's his second episode of Conversations with a Black Man, and because that was it, there it was. There's nothing more for me to say. He said it, and he did it, and it was so insightful. If you don't follow that, you should follow that. It's a really good one. Conversations with a Black Man. And that was part of my aha, by the way, along with going back to my considerate phase of like, what do I need to look at? What do I need to consider? How do I open my mind to figure out how I move myself out of this fog of not knowing what to do? And I spoke to several friends over the weekend, and you know who you are, and thank you very much for the insights. It was a big part of this aha. And part of this aha comes from, when I talk about taking responsibility, I often reference leadership. And, because that's the ultimate responsibility, right, is to lead. And whether it be formal or informal, you don't necessarily have to have positional power to be a leader. And then I realized, where my model is also bigger than what I originally thought, so is that idea of responsibility is bigger than I thought. And the aha was arrogance, white arrogance and privilege coming out in me, and to think that I'm the one to lead in this situation and that somehow I need to do this, right? And all along, that's not it at all. What Black people don't need white people to empower them and to lead them. We have been empowered to follow, and Black people need us to follow, and I need to follow, not lead. That was my aha. Just like I couldn't do my own take two, I needed Emmanuel Acho to do it because he's the leader. He has the vision. I don't have the vision or the direction, and I don't know where to go and how to do it. There are those out there that do, and I need to follow them. I need to follow my leaders, right? And I need to be a good teammate. And to be a good teammate in pursuing solutions and things like that, I need to bring my strengths. And my strengths are around getting people riled up and excited about moving forward on something, right? And to rally around ideas and to move us forward. And I'm going to bring those strengths to my team, my anti-racist team, right? I've got a lot of work to do on me personally. That's a thing over here. We need action on systems. We need actions on society. We need large, big things. And there's a lot here to do. And so I'm going to encourage you to find your niche that you can help in the most, that you have the most energy behind, and go help there. Follow the leader there and be a good teammate there. Have a great week. Take care of each other.